So have you ever tried the H2O transfers from Redesign? I hadn't tried them until today, and I think they're kind of fun. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let you watch the process. I'm just gonna be following the directions. There's step-by-step directions on the back of the package, and we'll see how this turns out. Okay, so I'm just using little plates that I had thrifted. Probably, I think I got some one time for like 10 cents a piece or 25 cents each. They're not very expensive. And we're gonna let these set. The instructions say to let for the smaller H2O transfers, to let them set for about 3 minutes. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, it's been just a little over 3 minutes. And I'm going to see if I can get this at a good angle so you can see. And it just says peel back the backing paper. And if you see that something hasn't transferred down, just put it back down and press on it and wait another 30 to 60 seconds. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait just a little bit longer. Okay, let's try again and see if they are ready. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Let's try the bunny. Looks like there's one little spot there that I may have let dried for too long. So I'm just going to add a little bit more water to it and see if it'll go down. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more water and let it set there, but this one turned out really good. Okay, let's try this again. It's really pretty easy. I'm just a little unsure of, I don't want to move it or anything, but I think it turned out great. And now I just need to seal them up with a water-based sealer. And then I'm going to show you a cute idea of what I'm going to do with them. So these are the little backing pieces, and I'm wondering if I can let them dry and use them in my junk journals, like glue them on a tag or something like that. So I'm going to let them dry and see what they look like and see if I can reuse that part. So this is what I've done with the little plates. I've just put them on a cup and saucer holder, and I added a little butter pat on where the cup goes. And on this one, I added a little battery operated candle, and I added some greenery. So I thought that was a cute idea to display the little plates. Okay, for this project, what I have done is I have used the new Iron Orchid Designs spring garden mold, and I've used the cabbage leaf, and I've cast a mold with the air dry clay, the DOS air dry clay, and I have laid it on a dish that I have thrifted. And I just kind of raise the edges up a little bit. And I'm going to let this dry overnight. And I'm hoping that I can kind of get it in the shape of a little dish. We will see what happens. But I like the curled up edges on it, just kind of randomly. So while I had the spring garden mold out, I thought I would go ahead and try this. There is a carrot in this mold also. So I cast a carrot again with the DOS air dry clay, and it does have a little topper. So I did cast that also. But for this one, what I've done is I've cut off little pieces of greenery and I have stuck them down into the clay. If you can see that. And then I'm just going to let this one dry overnight too and see what it looks like. If I really like this one, I'm probably going to make some more and make a project with those. So I'm wanting to make a spring cutting board, and I have this faux cutting board that I had purchased at a flea market, I think. And I'm going to make that over. I've tried sanding some of the wording off and it really doesn't sand off that well, so I'm just going to go ahead and give it a coat of paint. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give it a coat of paint because I'm going to be putting a paint inlay on here. So I'm going to be painting it with a, I think this is Waverly Ivory chalk paint, chalk style paint. The first coat of paint has dried, and I'm going to be using this inlay. It might be kind of hard to see. This is from the last year's spring release from IOD. It's called the Spring Melody paint inlay, and I have this sheet left, so I'm going to be using that on my cutting board. So I'm going to go ahead and paint another coat of paint on here, and then I'm going to be putting my paint inlay into the wet paint. So my paint inlay has dried, and it is time to see what it looks like. It's beautiful. I love it. That's my favorite part, is to reveal and see that beautiful image on your project. So I really like the way the carrots came out, so I did go ahead and make 2 more of the carrots, and I'm going to paint my carrots pink. Did you know that there is such a thing as a pink carrot? I did not know that until recently. There's several different colors of carrots actually, but for today's carrots, I'm going to paint mine pink. And I am using chalk style paint in the color blush to paint my carrots. I'm going to age them up a little bit too, so I can show off the details of this carrot mold. But I'm going to go ahead and finish painting them, and then I'll be back. Okay, so the pink carrots are all painted. I really like the way they look, but I'm going to do a little bit of distressing on it, like I said. And now I'm going to get the cabbage dish that I had worked on. So this has set for a little over 48 hours, and I really like the way it looks. It is still a little bit wet on the back side, but that's okay. I'm still going to go ahead and paint it. It is kind of fragile, but just to set around and set things in, it'll be cute, and I may add something to the middle. But while I have the pink paint out, there is also pink cabbage, and there's pink cabbage dishes. So I'm going to go ahead and paint my cabbage dish with the pink paint. And I will show you what it looks like after it's been painted. So the carrots have dried, and now I'm going to be gluing them to my cutting board that I used the paint inlay on. I think this will be really cute. And I thought about putting wording on here, but I think it's going to be fine without wording because I really like the backdrop. And I'm going to figure out how I want those placed on there. And then I'll be gluing them on. And I haven't put a top coat over the paint inlay yet, but I need to do that. Here are the projects for today. We have the cutting board with the paint inlay and the carrot mold. I added a bow that I have coffee dyed. Here's the little cabbage dish. I want a ceramic rabbit to put on there, but I couldn't find one, so that is just a little styrofoam bunny from the Dollar Tree. And look, I made little tags with the backers of the H2O transfers. I made a little bag and I made a little tag. I really like the way the plates turned out. This would be cute with a little bird's nest on it also. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you got inspiration from today's video, and I hope you have a great day.